We've got legendary metal man, a guy I've looked up to, Rob Halford, for a long time. He's got one of the best screams in the business. Rob.
Thank you, Sammy. Coming
Nice.
from a fellow screamer, that's a real cool thing to hear, so
Yeah,
thank you.
Speaking of screamers, as singers, do you call yourself a singer, or are you more like a screamer? Are you offended if someone calls you a screamer?
No, I mean, it's rock and roll. When you take all the labels away, we're rock and roll, man.
Yeah. It doesn't offend me either, because it's part of, like I say, it's part of the deal. Trying to just get it out there, you sometimes just got to scream. So there's lead singers, like we're lead singers. Like we've been accused of having lead singers disease and all this stuff. Do you think you have lead singers disease, Rob? Do you have?
I don't know. What is that, Sammy? What is the lead singer's disease?
Well, that's what I wondered, what the symptoms are, because I felt like I was coming down with it a couple of times. But it's usually, to me, the guitar player's fault, and it's not mine, you know.
Well, here's something. In-ear monitors for rock and roll singers. Do you use the in-ear?
No, I do not.
See?
I can't.
I don't know how you do it. I listen to the whole band, and I can hear everything. I can hear the cymbals. I can hear the bass. These are amazing. So for me, for what I do as a singer, it really is a lifesaver. I was singing harder to hear myself over the rest of the guys.
I'm hearing this again and again,
I found that was a good place.
It is hard on your voice, but
yeah.
Like I said, unless I get sick, I'm okay, and I just want to make sure that I just got some tricks or something that's up your sleeve, Rob. That you're not.
No, but what I did mention again before we went
teach me something here now. We're not doing this for
the
nothing.
You've got your tequila, right? I need to get myself my chewing gum, my menthol eucalyptus chewing gum, and I'm also, when I go off to do a costume change or whatever, I'm sipping really, really hot lemon and honey with a little bit of ginger mixed in.
See, Rob,
and that just kind of strips all that stuff off you.
You're a damn pro. Look at you, man. Maybe I should have quit drinking in 1986, but I've never.
When I look at and again, we don't like to look at ourselves on camera, do we? But if I look at myself on old pre-stuff from my drinking and drugging days, I know when I go off stage, I'm doing a line between songs. I'm like, what the hell was I doing?
See, I never did all that.
So, no,
I'll do a line, but not when I'm singing.
Yeah, I was on that big black downward spiral, and I was doing that to get through a show, and it kind of fills me with a little bit of regret and remorse. My performance, as I hear it, wasn't that greatly affected, but mentally, I'm so happy to have left that place behind now.
I used to like you when you, I know the stage, that era of you, when I see you in that era, you really were edgy. I mean, you could have been a punk. Like, of all the metal guys, you almost could have fallen into the punk. You had so much attitude. And I never noticed you ever being out of it in the old days, but you seem like you're so consistent in, from drinking, not drinking,
well, it's a miracle. It's a
changing
miracle
bands, changing members, getting in and out, going solo.
I know, it's just a miracle. And from that moment 30 odd years ago when I quit all that stuff, my first ever clean and sober show was at the Tingley Coliseum in Albuquerque, New Mexico, in 1986, I think it was.
Damn, you got a memory.
Yeah,
there,
and I walked on stage that night and I was terrified because I hadn't been on stage with a drink for all those years as a performer, and I was terrified. But as soon as I started to perform, I felt something that I was never feeling before, because I had nothing kind of getting in the way, chemically or whatever. It was just the great joy and feeling of the human voice and how it makes you feel. You know, when you sing in the shower and you feel great, I suddenly got in touch with this thing in my body that in my mind, my spirit, whatever you want to call it. And I literally, Sammy, I was literally floating on air. It was so euphoric. And I thought, man, I've been missing this for all of my life as a singer, as a performer. And I'm so blessed to have it now because I have so much more to do, So yeah, vivid memory.